Hello everybody. This is a favorite places of all time video. Oops. Sorry about that. I just dropped my phone on my blanket. First one would be, speaking of which, yes, my bed. But sometimes I need to get out of the house. Which is why we're going to Morrison to McDonald's to get Shamrock Shakes. And I think I might be picking up dinner there too. I mean, that's like 2.5 hours from now. But the second would be, and I just watched it so long ago, a beach. I mean, pools are fun. It's just, from the cruise, it was a lot of people talking. If you sit up on the deck, the chairs are on the cruise, and listen to music like I was doing on the days at sea, which were Friday and Saturday. Because my best friend was having had a massage on Friday morning, and I went up to the pool and by myself, which is so nice. And I don't really go in the pool because I don't want my hair turning green. And since it's St. Patrick's Day, or any other funny colors. I've gotten pink stuff in my hair from lipstick on my fingers, but that's a different story. But I do like pools as long as it's clean water and it's nobody in the pool. Which hardly ever happens during the summertime because everybody's in the pool, swimming around and splashing and laughing and all that fun stuff. Sometimes, I can handle my aunt and uncle's pool when my cousins aren't there or anything. I enjoy seeing my cousins because I don't get to see them very much because some of them are far away. The next would be, the beach is breathtakingly beautiful. I could just stare at it all day, watch the waves, as long as I don't have to head off to the loo to maybe feel. I don't have to go have a nap or anything. Sorry. But, well, TMI there, but I think a lot of people do that in videos. Besides swear, which I'm not really fond of. I do watch South Park, but that's a different story anyway. The next favorite city of mine is, I live in Western Illinois. A lot of people seem to think I live in Chicago, which in a way I kind of do. I've practically grown up in that city, and it's my favorite building there is still there, and that's the Sears Tower. It's been there since the mid-70s. I can't imagine a building being there longer than, except for maybe the Empire State Building, sorry. It's, and there's a beach there too, except that, there's no palm trees, and next to it is Lakeshore Drive, which is, tremendously busy. Which is between noon and 6. So when I was in the city last time, I got this, my friend, which I still need to mail to her after a month. Sorry, girl. Plus, she's not home half the time anyway. Her home is in Duncan, Mississippi, and she's in Jackson, which is 3 hours away. And yes, I'm applying makeup while I talk about. The next, there's stores and restaurants, and including the best pizza in the universe, Sorry to all the people from New York. Your pizza stinks. Well, it does. I mean, I remember last year this kid was like, "You want a New York pizza?" I'm like, "This is not New York, for heaven's sakes." I didn't say that, but it's like, if you're in, I don't know what it is with New York thin crust. I just think it tastes like cardboard and greasy. There's nothing on it. And the stores. I mean, New York has similar stores, but I've not been to Manhattan yet. Someday, when I have a job and a life, because I didn't notice I live in a small town. It's 1,700 people. And Chicago has museums. And it has, including one with a coal mine. There's the shed, the field, the planetarium, as Self-Park would have said. And the rare bone disease. Continue saying the T in planetarium. Sorry for doing my makeup on screen, but I'm going to McDonald's for Shamrock Shakes in a minute. So, just make sure to remove your makeup when you put it on, people. And here I am talking when I have, my lipstick is wearing off. The next place is New Orleans. Now, I've been there about... The first time I went was for my friend's birthday in 2009. And her birthday is at the end of August, so it's very hot. And everywhere during the summertime from, so I know from going to Florida and Vegas and Phoenix in July, and I'd rather go somewhere. The last couple of summers I've gone to Canada twice, and first Montreal and then Vancouver last year. I mean, New Orleans is famous for Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, all the food and the history and the Katrina and the other storms and the hurricane drink and gumbo and jambalaya and muffletas and po' boys and Jazz Fest and... Did I say that already? Yeah. The Mississippi winds through it and all the different neighborhoods. I mean, some are hit by Katrina very hard, like that Ninth Ward and stuff. But usually I just stay in the French Quarter. The last year we stayed in... What's the name of that part of the city? We stay in things. We stay in the warehouse district. And the time before that, we stayed next to the Superdome. And that hotel was hit by Katrina, and it's back now. It's an amazing city. It's a shame what Katrina did to it. The next would be, Montreal and Vancouver are both beautiful cities. I mean, Montreal is there's French, of course, New Orleans has French stuff too, hence all the names. It's like ballet, And there's, Montreal's a beautiful city. And anybody who likes fries with cheese on it, not to mention, what's the other thing? Affectionately known as poutine. I really wish they would bring poutine to the U.S., seriously. Should do my top favorite foods. Because most of them come from Chicago or New Orleans, or... The next time I go to New Orleans, I need to try, I only had a po' boy. That was what I had at Jazz Fest last year. And so did my friend. Besides Hard Rock Cafe. I mean, that's probably one of the last Hard Rocks left in America. I think it stinks that they shut them down. And in Vancouver, I mean, part of my family is from there, and I have a friend there, and I got to see her last summer when we were there, and it was my friend's birthday. It was probably like my favorite day of the trip because of those two things. And when I found out she was coming that day, I was so excited, and plus I got to get out of our trip sandwiches, which, don't get me started, sorry if you're watching this, Scott, but you know, it's an amazing city. And if you want to check out my Facebook pictures, or you might be scrolling for hours to find them, I should probably organize them somewhere. You know, it's, you know, the only problem is it's about a 4-hour plane ride from Chicago, so that's like, for me, that's like 2 hours to O'Hare, and then another, unless we stay at the hotel the night before, then it's, you know, I spent like 4 hours on an airplane, and it was kind of bumpy and everything, but it was an amazing trip, and it was not hot like going to Florida or somewhere, because when we went to Disney World one time, it was like, I don't know, July, and we went back to the hotel and went in the pool. And another place in Florida, of course, is Disney World / Orlando / actually, it's not in Orlando, it's in Lake Buena Vista. And Universal. Of course, the only reason I went to Universal was because of Harry Potter and all. And the only problem was I got sick, but I'm not going to get into that. But, you know, we had my nieces and nephew with us. My niece was in a thing at school, and she got to perform at Universal, so I got to go there with my brother-in-law. Well, my mom took care of my niece, who was she 14 at the time? Yeah, something like that. And you know, they had music playing, and it was that she barely had any dinner, but, you know, it was a really fun night that night. I mean, and Forbidden Journey is a really fun ride, and it just makes me realize why I love Harry Potter so much. And Disney, I mean, I know sometimes it's crowded and hot and rains, and thanks, Florida. And that seems to happen about every time I go to Florida, it rains somewhere. I should do a story about rain. Trips involved rain. It's happened like 3 or 4 times. My 2 favorite parks are Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And I've also been in Disneyland in California, and that's another one. And I haven't been there in 8.5 years, 2007, and I think that was after Disneyland's 50th birthday that finally started to settle down. It was, you know, I just want to say I would love to go to Disneyland for its birthday, or Disney World for its birthday, which is in October. Magic Kingdom and Epcot's birthdays are like a day apart, the 1st and 2nd. It is also my nephew's birthday. And, that's what I like to do. Well, of course, I love cruises. I mean, I'm thankful I don't get seasick, thankfully. And, you know, another I like, but is my best friend's favorite place, Vegas. I've been there twice in July, and it's so hot. It's like 112. And my friends and I just sat on the floor of the hotel or somewhere and try to cool off. And, I mean, the heck goes there? Such, I don't gamble anyway, so there's only like shopping and seeing the hotels, but I don't want to be outside, you know. I mean, at night, at least it cooled off a little bit, but then it was still like, you know, probably 80, which I like that better than 116. But, I mean, Vegas is still fun. They have cool hotels and stuff. I mean, the first time we went was in 2000. What was it? Trying to remember. Was it 2007? And then when we went a few years ago, and it was pretty much the same though. We stayed at a better hotel last time. It was the Luxor. First time it was Circus. But I like nice hotels. I mean, in Chicago we stay at the Marriott on Michigan Avenue. It's right next to Forever 21, so that makes me happy. The other one is like, the other Marriott is, you know, off the beaten track, and, you know, the last time we got lost getting there, and because my mom gets lost all the time, and we had to go under Nordstrom, and then sometimes GPS doesn't work. I've had that happen with my uncle's GPS when we were in Asheville, North Carolina. Oh, that's another favorite place. I love Asheville. I mean, it's unfortunately where my sister passed away in 2011, but I mean, there's the Biltmore, which I call my house. There's the mall is like right down the road from where we lived for 8 months, taking care of her and my nieces and nephew. And I'm sorry if I move my phone around a lot. I'm just trying to find my lipstick so I can get ready to go get my Shamrock Shake. So that 10 minutes fast. And before this video gets any longer, but I also like Boston, except that I got lost and ran back to Cheers because I was like obsessed with that. That was like 2004, I think. And I ran back to Cheers. My mom was frantic trying to find me. I mean, I can find her most places. But, you know, that was what I wanted to see. No. It's a pretty cool place. I mean, when they filmed it, they didn't film it in Boston. They filmed Cheers in L.A. This was the 80s and 90s. You know. So, I mean, they did film a few episodes, including clips from episodes near the end of the show in 92. I was like 9. I have most of it on DVD. It's a pretty... Well, it's a great show. I mean... And of course, Kelsey Grammer went on to Frasier for another 10 years, so... Seems like a decade. I've been in high school longer than that. I think it'll be 15 years next year. I'm getting old. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video, so... Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Bye.